Good morning, everybody. It's March 13th? No, March 18th. Sorry. It's Big Promo Cast, episode 53. Today's Thursday, March 13th. And I hope everybody's having a great day so far.
March 18th.
What'd I say?
You said the 13th again.
Jeez. Well, anyway, 18th. I'm Rich. I'm going to talk about how KFC is doing a new March Madness promo. And about... The second item is about owning your mistakes.
I'm going to talk about how to deal with tense relationships at work.
Ooh.
And I'm also going to talk about planning your blog posts.
Okay, cool. We need to talk about planning some stuff, too. I have a new thing I was going to try. Let's go.
Welcome to the Big Promo Cast with Amber and Rich. In this podcast, Amber and Rich discuss the world of marketing, branding, and promotional products. Now, here's Amber and Rich.
And we're back. I've got this new fancy Roadcaster thing that's kind of cool. See this monster? I didn't know it was so big, but anyway, we're having a couple of issues with it, but it's, I don't know, it's fun. Tech is always a fun thing.
Yes.
So how was your week so far?
Pretty good.
Good.
I had injections in my back done.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I will spare you the details because I know how you are.
I am skeevy.
But it was not what I expected, and it was extremely painful.
Holy moly.
But it started giving me some relief.
Oh, good.
So.
That's awesome. Speaking of injections, I got my second one yesterday.
Yeah.
So in 2 weeks I'll be fully ready to go.
Nice.
I don't know how that stuff works. They still say you can still spread it, so I don't know how things are. But
yeah.
Don't say the word, by the way. That
I
makes
won't.
That makes your ratings go down on YouTube or whatever. They don't talk about you. If you say the word that starts with P or the one that starts with C, it's bad.
Gotcha.
So no C words. But anyhow, anything else exciting?
So I have applied for a board position for Outright Libertarians.
I think you talked about that. Treasurer? No.
No.
Secretary?
No.
Oh, maybe not.
I am treasurer for the Libertarian Party of Dallas County.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
But there is an opening for the outreach director.
Okay.
And I'm already on the outreach team anyway.
That's right, because you run the thing.
Yeah, not quite, but
I get it.
Yeah, so there's an opening coming up, and I was like, I'd be good at this.
Because you've got so much time on your hands.
Yeah, I know.
You're amazingly unbusy. Well, that's cool. When will you find out about that?
In a couple of weeks.
All right, cool. Are you excited?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm really, really hoping for it.
Gotta help spread that lib gospel. Libertarian gospel, sorry, not lib. All right, cool. I don't have anything else exciting except I got this fancy new toy and I got my shot, so that's really all I got to talk about. But do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Let me get to my thing. That's here. I'm going to go to this one first. Our buddies at KFC are doing another cool promo.
Of course they are.
They've got these cool slippers. They call them Couchside kicks, but they look like sneakers. Let's see. It's only in Canada. Man, that's a bummer.
What?
It's only in Canada, and then when you go to the website, you can't even buy them. And this Canadian, but their Canadian website, their Canadian merch is different than the U.S. merch.
Huh.
I don't know why, but they've got other stuff on here, like, well, the first thing is a KFC Canada sweatshirt, but like this T-shirt with a bucket pocket, I think that's just Canada. Anyway, and this plate, I haven't seen this before. A plate with crumbs already on it.
Oh my goodness.
That's pretty cool. And then a chicken, and this goes back to what I was talking about last week about branding. I mean, branded swag. You don't need to put your logo on anything. This plate with crumbs on it, it says it all.
Yeah.
This laptop cover, it's just a chicken skin texture. You've seen those before. You've seen chicken skin. You've seen skinned laptops that have a texture, like a basketball or a football or whatever.
Right.
This is chicken skin, but it doesn't say KFC. But it says KFC without saying it.
Yeah.
It's really cool. The bucket with the pocket thing doesn't say KFC on it. I mean, the T-shirt with the bucket pocket doesn't say KFC, but it has a yellow, and it's the message.
Yeah.
So that goes back to that. So anyway, I think that's kind of cool. And of course, they do have stuff that has KFC all over it, or the Colonel's head, or whatever. But I don't know. I like KFC.
That's a bummer that they have different merch for different countries.
I think it probably goes to shipping or not royalties. What do they call them? Duties.
Oh,
like I know when we ship orders to Canada, there's always a pushback. There's always a bill you get a couple months after from UPS for duties or tariffs or something.
Yeah.
So it's always better to find Canadian sources for Canadian customers if you can, but
that makes sense.
Or have them ship on their numbers, that kind of thing, on their shipper number.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we can do it. It's just, I don't know. You just got to do a lot of stuff. I mean, I've shipped to Australia before, and any other countries. I've shipped to other countries quite a bit, and it's just it's not easy.
Yeah.
But it's doable. I mean, everything's doable. But anyway, that's all I got for that one.
All right.
Oops. I need to go back into this guy. Sorry. Here we go.
Okie doke. So I want to talk a little bit about tense relationships at work.
Ooh. Do we have a tense relationship?
No, we have an awesome relationship.
I'm so glad you said that.
But it is not uncommon to have tense relationships at work.
That's true.
There are all kinds of reasons that tense relationships can arise.
Mm-hmm.
Competition being one of them. You've got some people who, though they say you shouldn't, they talk about how much money they make, and that can cause some issues.
Yeah, you're right. Especially if you have a few people in the office doing the similar tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's been there longer or whatever, so
yeah,
it could be problematic.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of reasons that tense relationships can pop up.
Mm-hmm.
So Ben Brearley, founder of Thoughtful Leader,
Okay.
He gave some suggestions on ways that you can deal with the tense relationships.
Okay.
One of them being engage instead of avoid.
Yeah.
So avoidance never solved anything.
Okay.
And if you can engage with the person who you have the issue with, you can potentially work through it, talk about it, and get more of that positive relationship back.
Yeah, sometimes that might blow back on you if you don't be careful. Because people seem to take offense to things a lot. A lot of people have thin skins.
That's true.
But you got to do something.
Yeah.
You can't just take it.
Yeah. Another one is collaborate. So whenever you have something you're trying to do, instead of working at it alone,
Mm-hmm.
you can try and collaborate with the person that you have the issue with.
Right.
And it can actually give different perspectives. Like if you're trying to do something, you're trying to do a project and someone else has different ideas that can help with the project, it can help you see more about where that person stands, what that person comes up with and thinks about certain things.
Right. Got to see where they're coming from.
Yeah. That
makes sense.
And then another one is to set boundaries.
Ooh.
Set and respect boundaries.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Because a lot of tense relationships come from the fact that boundaries are not being respected,
Mm-hmm.
or boundaries are not being set at all.
Yeah.
Like, you can't respect my boundaries if I don't tell you what they are.
True. Yeah. Nobody's mind reading.
Exactly.
Well, they think they are, but they're not.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super important to put down those boundaries and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Right. Cool. Anything else?
That's all I'm going to go over on those.
There's a lot. We'll put
There are a lot.
We can put the rest in the show notes. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on this page. Cool. Good stuff. Yeah. You got to work with people.
Yes.
Well, if you got to work with people, you got to get along. This one's kind of funny. Craft beer. You're a craft beer person, right? Not really?
No, not really.
Well, I'm not either, but sometimes it's good. But this Colorado brewery had a typo on their label. And the typo was, instead of sea salt, it said seal salt. Seal salt and lime.
Wow.
So they had to put out a press release that said no seals were harmed in making this beer. Actually, what they did is they caught the error before the stuff went out the door. But to redo the project would have cost them $1,000 or $900. So instead of fixing it, they just capitalized on the mistake and they donated $900 to the wildlife people.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of cool.
That is.
And they've made a big deal out of it. I mean, and now they're getting pressed. They're in because of it. So
yeah.
So own your mistakes and own your mistakes and capitalize on them. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody said, "Let's do this as a thing. Let's make a mistake." Kind of like when they introduced New Coke in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then everybody freaked out, and then they sold the heck out of Classic Coke.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a racket. I think it was a thing. But yeah, own your mistakes and see if you can, make bank from that. I don't know. That was a cool idea. I don't have anything to add except that it was clever.
Yeah, definitely is.
And it'll probably be a collector's item because it's going to be hard to get. They're not going to print them again. So
Right.
yeah, so people might just buy them and hang on to them.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You want to go next?
Sure.
I guess you have the last one, so yeah, that's fine.
So I did a blog post about the benefits of getting yourself organized for your blogs.
Uh-huh.
So as a blogger, I understand how important it is to do a content planner.
Mm-hmm.
And these actually work for social media too.
Okay.
But content planning is sort of the backbone of blogging.
Okay.
So it really helps you make sure that you're not scrambling for content.
Uh-huh. Oh, because you have it set on ahead of time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the rest of this year. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I have the rest of this year figured out what I'm going to post.
Gosh, that's awesome.
I
knew there's a reason I kept you around.
But they're
not written, but you just know what you're going to write.
Right.
You know what you're going to write about.
Right.
But anything can come up at any time, and then you say, "Oh, let's do that instead."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool though. But now you have a direction. You don't have to do that research anymore.
Exactly.
You don't wake up on Tuesday saying, "Oh crap, what am I going to write about today?"
Yeah.
I get it. That's good.
So there are different ways that you can fill in your content planner.
Yeah.
That you can figure out what you're going to write about. You and I had talked about finding inspiration in movies and books and TV shows. I did that blog post on The Princess Bride.
Yes, you did.
And I've got a couple others that I've got planned
Cool.
that I'm kind of excited about.
You could do some stuff that's not really at all business, like Cool Hand Luke or whatever, Gone with the Wind. I don't know. Something, just making up random stuff.
Well, one of the ones that I have is Gladiator.
Is that the one with the guy?
Russell Crowe.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the other guys, the Spartan 300 movie.
Oh.
I don't know the guy's name.
That's,
I can't think of that guy's name. He's awesome, though.
Yes.
But Gladiator's good, too. Yeah.
Yes.
Russell Crowe's a good guy. Yeah.
Gladiator's one of my favorite
Business
movies.
lessons from Gladiator.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to figure it out.
You can twist anything to make it work. That's
Yes.
cool. That's awesome.
You can also write about your daily life.
Yeah.
That's something that's super easy to do.
You'd think that, but it's not. I mean.
Okay.
I would be apprehensive, and I am apprehensive about sharing too much, oversharing things. And so, anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty much an open book, so
Yeah.
I can find anything to relate to business stuff.
Okay.
You can also search online for blog post ideas.
Okay.
There are literally thousands of them. You can just Google blog post ideas.
Yes, you can.
And you can find what feels like 1 billion.
Right. No kidding.
And then you can also search for writing prompts.
Okay.
Now, if you go online and you search for writing prompts, if you have a specific theme or idea for your blog posts, like we do a lot of marketing and business stuff, you may have to tweak things a little bit from a writing prompt to make it fit with what you're writing about, but it can be done.
Yep.
And they have books that have writing prompts.
Yeah, writing prompts are fun.
Yeah.
Well, they can be fun, but sometimes you got to go through a few of them to find one that hits.
Yeah, there's some that are tough.
Yeah, I bet there are. Oh, is that what you do? Is you find one that's tough and just force yourself through it? That's probably a good way. That's probably a good way to do it.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Cool.
So, that's all I got about that.
You were talking about looking for inspiration by Google search and stuff. Have we talked about Answer the Public?
Maybe. This kind of looks familiar.
That guy's a weirdo. I don't know if he's a weirdo. I don't know who he is, but what did we just talk about? Gladiator?
Yeah.
Business. No. Right? Is that
Yeah.
what we're doing? I probably ought to say movie. Let's see if there's anything out there for that. So, but it's pretty cool because it tells you, it goes through and finds out what people have been searching for based on those keywords. It says they're gathering data. And you get 2 free searches a day, otherwise you have to pay for it.
Interesting.
I guess it's gonna load. Come on, man. This is live TV. What are you doing? There we go. So there's all these different things about which we'll just pick a random one. I don't want that. Come on, there's a way to show all the data in the middle. Shoot. Questions. No visit. What the heck? It's not working for me. Yeah, when I do something else, like let's pick another random one. I don't know if I'm going to get it. This is probably bad to do on when it's live because it's not working. Anyway, this is a good site though if you play with it. So I'm just going to bail out of that real quick and not occupy people's time watching it. But Answer the Public, we'll put it in the show notes anyway because it is fun. It's a fun way to find. I mean, you can even go to Google searches and just type "how to" and leave it blank, and all these autofills will show up.
I didn't even think of that.
Have you done that before? Like here, if I go to anywhere on Google and just type, what do we say? How to whatever, and you see all the stuff that pops up.
How to cook a beef tenderloin.
Oh, you know what? That's not showing up in my screen on my shared screen. But what it's showing is how to cook a beef tenderloin, how to download YouTube, different things like that. So, oh, you know what? That's based on my searches. I think you can open incognito and get a generic thing, or maybe just go to Google's homepage. Anyway, I shouldn't screw around on mine with live on camera. I'm going to ditch. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that one. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, we really would appreciate it if you would. That helps the channel out a lot. And give this thing a like. That helps the channel too. You got anything else to add, Amber?
Do we still have our promo going on?
Oh, yeah, we do. This month, for the next couple weeks anyway, promo code MADNESS, 5% off anything if you buy it in the store. You can call it in. You can order online, whatever you want. Max discount's $100, but you can spend, the minimum order is $500. So, but yeah, 5 off. That's good. So yes, that is still going on. The code is madness. Thanks for reminding me.
You're very welcome.
And do you have any shout outs?
I do. My shout out is to Texas Pain Physicians in Midlothian.
We're way too medical. This show is not a medical show.
But they're the ones who did my injections.
Killer. Well, my shout out is to Baylor, Scott and White. When I went to the first vaccination, the line was a couple hundred people deep, and you had to wind through all these corrals, and it was organized, but it took a while. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, at 15 minutes. I walked in at 4:00, walked out at 4:15.
Nice.
And that was only because I had to wait 15 minutes, so they make you do the reaction thing to see if you have a reaction to the shot. But anyway, it was such a cakewalk. I can't believe how easy it was. And like our people in this office are going to Fair Park. Like, he had to take his mom down there, and it took him 4 hours to get through it.
Wow.
Sitting in your car.
That's crazy.
I can't believe people. I don't know. People do what they do, but you get anywhere you can. So that's all I know about that. There's a bald spot. There's another picture of the Roadcaster just to make it look interesting. But you got anything else to talk about?
No, that's it.
All right. This is another fun one, and I guess we'll end this and get to work.
All right. See you guys next week.
See you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, noon Eastern, right?